I forgot what I was gonna say, dude. Yeah, I was thinking about what what's gonna happen in the next 10, 15. I feel like in the next 15, 20 years, I feel like I'm gonna eventually become like paycheck to paycheck, or like I'm gonna go home. But I was thinking about it. I was thinking about I was thinking about it last night when I was on the toilet before I went to bed, okay? I think this was gonna come out maybe within like the next like 5 years, not like now. And they already have a working, sure, it's not like a little chat GPT clones. That's what's gonna happen in the next 3 to 5 years. And Microsoft is gonna slowly cut more and replace with them with like AI software. August 4th? Is that when I started? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I've streamed about 3,000. So in about actually 5 years. In 5 years, I've only streamed about 3,000 hours, right? And then how many hours are in a year? Well, like 8,000 something? 8,075? 8,000. Oh, sorry. 8,760. Okay. In 5 years, I've only streamed 3,000 hours. Sure, like the first 2 years, I think to be fair, the majority of the 3,000 hours I've streamed the past 5 years, a majority of it was like within like the first year. I think within like the first like year and a half, I think I streamed like almost like 1,500 or 2,000 hours, like close. Right? I could probably check. So we do like 2021 there. Yeah. From when I started streaming to like March of 2021, I have streamed 2,100 hours. So like a big chunk of the 3,000 hours is just me streaming within like the first like year and a year and a half, almost 2,000 hours. So the past 3 years, I've streamed about a little less than 1,000 hours, a little less than 1,000. So like that's a huge gap, right? Through 3,000 hours. I mean, that's like, how many days is that? 125 days, or I've only streamed about 4 months, like in total. Like I haven't like even streamed like fully. Like I feel like $3,000 could drop in the bucket to compare to some people. So like I said, like one of my last resort is like that I'm like heavily like considering. I feel like I need to get my shit together in content creating. It's like I need to like my degree is legitimately paperweight right now. Like I know people joke about like college degrees being paperweight, but like it's like legitimately paper. Like it's like worse than, it's not even worth paper. Like the paper is worthless. Like it's not even paper. Like it's like 0.5 nanometer ply like paper. Like it's so bad. Like so yeah, within the next 5-10 years, I think it's going to be even harder to get a job, in my opinion. Much harder. So I think this year, 2024, I really need to figure out what's gonna happen. Like where am I gonna put all my eggs? Into which basket? Like do I get it? Because right now, like I said, right now I'm pretty sure I can I'll eventually land a job, but within the few years I'm in software engineering, I might like heavily have to consider like either doing one of the few things I written down within the next 5 years. I need to really buckle down and then think about the few things I wrote down, okay? Or like I'm gonna be royally fucked when AI takes my job. Like I know this is some bleak talking before we go into depression. Like I know, but like, yeah, it's it's fight or flight. It's legitimately at this point, it's fight or flight. Like holy moly, it's fight or flight. Like it's that bad. Like this is the next like few years. It's fight or flight. Like I wish it wasn't the case, but like it is legitimately fight or flight. Like it's man, it's very depressing to think about. I'll be honest. Very depressing to think about. It is. How about you, Mustang? Where do you wait? Where do you work in the job sector? Hopefully not. Hopefully not in tech. I'm gonna wait. Actually, let me guess. I'm gonna say you work in the finance section. I think finance. I'm so cooked, man. I'm so cooked. Like I said, I'm like really like the few things I wrote down. Like I need to really like sit down and like consider this shit, dude. I don't, and I feel like moving to a different country isn't really gonna help. Hey, internships can be profitable on getting to know the right person to get into a position that would benefit you for a real job company. I the hard thing about internships is that they usually just look for people in school. It's like in that recent job fair, I went to, like 99.99% of all the internships were all for people in school. None of them were for graduates. All the graduates were like actual job roles. So like I kind of messed up, not really trying hard getting an internship. I mean, I tried, but like I tried getting it through the internet and not through my school. Which if I went through my school, I think I had a much higher chance, right? Not really at a long-term job right now. Just took it for easy money right now. Easy money. But am I right? Is it the finance section though? Is it finance? It has to be finance, bro. Living in Los Angeles? You must be in the not tech. Because if you're in tech, you'd have to move out. All the people in tech cook. Oh, marketing. It's either you're in some sort of finance sector or marketing sector. I thought about getting to marketing because you know like marketing because I like the thought process and the thought process and like the creation of a content creating. I was like maybe marketing might work also, but that's like a whole nother like I said, just it's a huge like will it work though kind of thing. Like ooh, like am I cooked or am I really cooked? I don't know. Here, start the clock. Hopefully this works without me having to. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. That works. That works. Okay. At least that works. So only the thing that's related to OBS doesn't work. Okay. Makes sense. I'd hire you if you're in PA. What do you do for your job? I mean, you know what I thought about too when I was on the toilet having having a like a mini panic attack on the toilet. Uh I was like I was considering getting just like a regular like not like a regular job, but like for now until like I can find like a tech role. But then in my head, I'm like, oh, but like I really need to take this time. Like when I have this chance, I really need to like buckle down and like really just like study and like get ready for interviews. So like I'm in a bit of a dilemma right now. Finance is probably intern, but I work in security right now. IT director. IT director. That's really cool. Yeah, actually, you know what's funny? Oh shit. Yeah, I was actually going through. Okay, then maybe you can educate me on some stuff. I was when I was looking through potential branches I could go from software engineering was cybersecurity, and then while going to cybersecurity, I was getting a bunch of like IT related stuff, right? And then I was like, and weirdly enough, the past like couple weeks, I've been getting comp IT subreddit posts. It's like a subreddit post for I don't exactly know what that means. Comp IT. I'm assuming it's something related to IT. And I was seeing a bunch of people like, oh shit, I didn't mean to, like talking about it. And I was just, it's so weird. And I was like, I wonder like, I mean, I picked up some things they're talking about. Like, usually most of the posts were talking related to like getting certificates. And like one of the things I saw that cybersecurity and IT isn't like a direct equation, but they're kind of like somewhat like in parallel. It seems like they almost seem like in parallel, and it seems like some of the certificates they both get are kind of similar. And like the one that's been popping up for like people trying to move or go into that profession was like an A+ certificate, something like that. And I was like, I need to do a little bit more research on that. But like I don't know like exactly, but like some of the I was looking up like people going from software engineering into cybersecurity, and one of the job roles that keep popping up was AppSec, application security, which is like apparently like a specialized role that software engineers can fit in very well to. What do I want? I don't. I've heard that whole world is very just broad. I don't really know. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of sort of know what I want to do in like software engineering. I really don't know what I want to do in that comp IT or even cybersecurity. Like, I don't know. Oh god. I don't know where do like there must be like some sort of like a general. Oh no, I didn't mean to leave. Actually no, I can just do this. I saved, so I can just re pop up in that place anyway. If you let me know if I'll try to help. Okay, yeah. I gotta go a little bit more into it. All I know is that it's just apparently. I mean, some people are recommending like if you're already a software engineer, you don't really need to. You don't really need to like earn. You don't really need to go out of your way and get certificates. Apparently, like maybe like one, but like you don't really have to go that hard into it. From what some people are saying. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I screenshotted one of the things. Yeah, this was from like a post of someone from a couple years into software engineering wanted to go into cybersecurity. They're talking about don't waste your time with certificates. Start applying to AppSec role, which is app security. Work through Portswigger Web Security Academy. Read Alice and Bob Learn Application Security. And I don't know. I don't know what any of that means. I don't know. I'm so confused. You know what's funny? Osh that comes every once in a while. He has a degree in IT, information technology. It's kind of funny. Just hop into that side. I mean, like, I don't know. It's just, where do I start? I guess that's the best thing. Where do you start? Like, I don't even know where to begin to even like consider. Like, I feel like once I understand where to start, maybe I'll start understanding like the possible branches. I mean, I know like I want to get into like, I think like networking, right? Networking, like cloud security network, like cloud security stuff. I think it might be interesting if I ever go to some sort of like IT security route. I think cloud security. I don't know. It's so weird. What do you enjoy doing for your rest of your life? What do I enjoy? Creating things. I think. Right? Creating. Shining hunting at the underground, obviously. Oof. Oof. This is the last job I want. The last thing I want. Man, we're so done. I do have a question. I know, oh no, there was something else that popped up when I was reading that subreddit. Help desk. People like, if you want to get your foot into it, you try getting like a help desk internship or a help desk role. Is that just the people that are those the people that usually just hang around until like somebody needs help with like something like installed in their computer, or maybe like something broke, like the printer won't connect to the computer, so you need help with that, or like, is that what that is? Oh, I see. Even if someone paid you 6 figures for it, 6 figures. I mean, currently at our current situation in America, I would probably take 6 figures to do this. I would. Like, that's how. Like I said, I thought about. I put down day trading and sports betting on the list to consider. like the current situation in America is bad, but like it's gonna get worse. Like if I can go to a Kick and get a gambling deal, very, very consider. I know that's very haram in some religions and some circle groups, but shit. I don't know, man. I feel like the modern human don't really have morals to sacrifice, right? I feel like your average typical human on Earth from a first world country, right? I'm gonna just narrow that. I feel like most of us lack or have like morals. Okay, we all have morals, but like I feel like we all have very flaky morals. Oh shit, shiny Absol? Perhaps? Okay. If you can't fix it, just Google it. I think you're stressing you out though. Just go make for Aiden Ross. Oh god. That's so funny. I understand Kurt, but don't stress about it. It's hard not to. It's really hard not to. Like I feel like there's like a ticking time bomb around around my throat right now. Time is of the essence, right? Time is of the essence. Ooh, perhaps shiny Houndoom trying to replace you? Perhaps. I mean, like I said, within the next, I feel like within the next 5 years, I feel like I will still have a job in the tech world, but after the 5 year mark, I don't know. Like, we're gonna have to start worrying. That's like I said, like in a perfect world, okay? In a perfect world, for me, in a perfect world, I would prefer. I'm sure they'll still need janitors at the. I mean, true. My degree is literally worthless. It's like it's more worthless than paper. But like I said, in a perfect world, I feel like if I can make content creating like a main thing, I would prefer that because it does. I feel like it does check all the things I want to do. I want to have like the creative freedom to make things. Right, and that's why I like coding also. Even if it's really hard, like I can make a website the way I want it to look, or I can make a program. I can make a program that I want, right? To do things I want, right? I can make things with it, depending on what I feel like. So, but like I said, the tech world is very flaky. So. It might be die trying to get this shit working, okay? I know the past like few years I've been very passive about the streaming thing, okay? 3,000 hours in 5 years, or like four and a half years is really small, okay? 3,000 hours. It's like 4 months, like. And then with that 3,000 hour, I feel like I put less into like outside content creating. So like, if I just like get my shit together with that, if I get my shit together, I feel like maybe something would happen. Giving us no attention. You know, I thought about like. Like I thought about what would happen when TikTok does, if it does like go out. I'll be honest, I don't think losing TikTok is gonna be the end of the world for me, right? Because I'm still slowly migrating things to YouTube Short, right? And then maybe it'll be a good thing if hypothetically, maybe it would be a good thing if TikTok disappears and then everyone focuses on YouTube Short, because I feel like the next best shorts app is YouTube Shorts, other than TikTok. Like, if you don't use TikTok, you probably use YouTube Shorts. And the worst thing is, I haven't posted anything on my main TikTok in like 2 months. I haven't posted anything, which is terrible, right? Like, but the only reason I haven't posted anything on my main TikTok is because I kind of want like it to be like it has to be like story driven ish kind of, and not like random clips, and that's been really hard. when I don't finish anything, right? Like, don't finish anything, it's hard. What are you plan? What's my plan for the rest? Oh shit, let me reset that. What's my plan for the rest of the year? Well, my plan is hopefully get a job. That's probably the biggest thing, all right? And then hopefully like a software job. If not, I'm willing to find a different low paying job until I can find one, right? Like, I can't just not work. Like, something gotta happen, right? That's like the main thing. That I wanna sell like most of my games. I wanna sell most of my anime figures. Like, I wanna liquidate my amount of possessions into like my index fund and stuff like that. Like, you know what's funny? The past few months of me not posting on TikTok, and even beyond that, I've been slowly losing followers on my main TikTok. Like, every few weeks, you could see the number drop a little bit. You could see the number drop one. It's kind of funny. I just don't think the algorithm favors me, right? And I talked about this before. When I used to play Pokemon Stadium. I remember, like, at the very beginning when we played Pokemon Stadium, we would get like 50 to like 300 viewers on TikTok, right? And then at one point, like, it dropped to like 50, and then it dropped to like 0 in the span of like a week for some reason. And I feel like at one point, at a certain point, ever since that moment, I could not go back into the algorithm at all. It's really weird, because even now I'll see some people play Pokemon Stadium 1 or 2, and they would have like 50 to like 300, like a couple hundred viewers. I'm like, where the hell are these people when I was playing this? Because it's not like they weren't there a few months ago. So it's like, call me crazy, okay? I know maybe if you guys seen, I know you guys probably seen like some of like the TikTok people make, like, oh, I'm a TikTok put me on the blacklist, blah blah blah. I don't think my account is on the blacklist, but I think I'm in some sort of like very low priority list. I feel like, And that could be the combination of like some of the videos I put out doesn't do well, and then some of my live doesn't do well, and then it's a multiple combination of things. But like some combination of things I did caused me to be in this very low priority algorithm. And it's probably because of the changing times right now with the live. Because if you see lives right now, it's like giant water balloons, just a lot of clickbaity stuff. I don't know. Do I shed a tear for every fall? Not really. Not really. I stopped caring at a certain point because unless you hit it really big, like I don't know if you guys know these content creators like Jinxie. Unless you hit it really big, or Queso, probably like the most recent like person that blew up through TikTok. Unless you're doing like his kind of number, TikTok does almost nothing for you, right? And that's why I've been sort of neglecting making content for TikTok, and I've been focusing more on like long form YouTube storyboard videos, which I enjoy making more, and I feel like those video have a much higher return, much higher in return versus TikTok. Much higher. Oh, the Rose stuff. Yeah, there's a couple people I saw that doing that. Right now, it's either people are sports betting to get rid of their college debt, or they're begging on the internet. I mean, luckily, I don't have any college debt, right? I spread out my college years long enough where I didn't really have to be in debt. That means I had to take like a semester break, or not, or like maybe 2 in a row. But then I can go for the next like 1 or 2. Like, it did take a little bit longer to graduate, but that and COVID didn't help. COVID really messed up my plans, man. Ugh, I hate thinking about it. I hate thinking about COVID. Like, it did nothing good for me. I see people on there that is sick or hungry or trying to sleep. So much clickbait. Oh yeah. Actually, yeah. There's some of them, like they have like a game, and like they have like the controls labeled with like certain gifs, and they're like sleeping like this. Oh yeah. That shit. Yeah, I think I mean, that could be. I might also play the role why none of my shit's like live is working, because it's all that, like, the algorithm is so different now. Like, I don't know. That, and I'm not really. You have to be posting to be like in good faith with TikTok. Like, I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about just posting all of my TikTok stuff all on one channel again, instead of having a separate clip channel. I thought about that. I'm giving it some thought, right? I'm giving it some thought. Instead of separating all of my instead of separating my clips for like main TikTok, then an alternative TikTok, I'm like contemplating if I should just go back into just consolidating everything into one. I mean, I don't have to give it that much thought because, you know, TikTok's on thin ice, right? But I've been thinking about that. I feel like that kind of caused me to lose traction also, because I'm not being able to post consistently. I don't know. I might though. Have you guys thought about sports betting though? I've been thinking about it. I like basketball and I like watching basketball a lot. I was like, should I attempt this parlay in my mind? But just like the same reason why I don't drink or I don't smoke. Just for the same reason I don't do those vice. I feel like once I start doing sports betting, I feel like just like the other two things I mentioned, I might go into a spiral of spiraling out of control. That's kind of the reason. But right now, like sports betting seems really just like as crazy it seems, because house always wins, right? As crazy it seems, like the world is looking very bleak, and I can see why Gen Zs, recent college graduates, current college students are so are getting into sports betting right now. I get it. Like I totally get it. I understand because I'm in that same kind of boat right now. Yeah, but when the house gives out free money, you're walking in though. Yeah, I don't know. But then get out while you can. That's the hard thing. If you guys ever go to like Wall Street Bets, that's the subreddit where people kind of YOLO stocks and YOLO buy options and puts. There's a lot of success stories on there, like almost like convincingly a lot of like success stories. You're like, oh man, that could be me, like kind of ordeal. Like whenever I kind of surf their subreddits, I do get a little bit hopeful, like maybe I should try buying an option, like I really do. But I know deep in my heart, deep down, that if I do buy a put for something, I'm probably gonna lose all my money. Like 10 out of 10 times, like I know I'm gonna lose because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Because at the end of the day, day trading is a bit of just speculation. I feel like, right? Sure, you can study the graphs and you can somewhat predict, but like that, I feel like that's like 30% of what day trading is, and then the rest is speculation, just based off rumors and news and like and stuff. That's why that's why people would buy like people usually buy puts and stuff. Like the common things to buy like puts and options during like the end of the year, like quarter, like release salary, like the annual release of a company, right? That's like striking when the iron is hot kind of ordeal. Too bad you're on. You can't buy any options. I don't know, man. Like I said, I put $500 in my Fidelity, and last night I put it back in my bank account because I didn't want to. I felt like keeping it in my Fidelity account to buy stocks right now was a bit dangerous. Was a little bit dangerous. Like it's been in my Fidelity account for like I think about a week or two, and I'm like, okay, when am I gonna buy something? Like, am I gonna buy this? Am I gonna buy this? And I keep hesitating on what to buy. I don't really want to buy into the current, like, I don't want to buy the stocks of the current seven big tech companies, right now because I feel like it's nearing the peak of it. So if I buy now, I'm most likely gonna hold and lose money. So like the only way to make money right now is I feel like you would have to buy options. Like you can't just raw buy stocks now at like the top 7 stocks and like make money. I wish I could buy more. Yeah, like who actually is a resurgent in Doge. Doge is actually having a resurgence. That's like another thing that's happening. That also may be considered by Doge. But like, who would have thought Bitcoin would have bounced back, right? Can buy a PS5 with that 500. I could, but the PS5 is legitimately the least of my worries. Like I said, the only way I'll get a PS5 is when I land my job. That's the only way I'll ever justify it. And I'll wait until I get my first paycheck. Like until I get my first paycheck, then I'll buy it. Like I do not see any reason getting a PS5 right now, because the only thing I'll do is I'll play Final Fantasy 16 and then Final Fantasy 7, and that's what, maybe like let's be generous and say like Final Fantasy 16 will take maybe like 50 hours, okay, and then Final Fantasy 7, I don't know, maybe another 50 hours. Let's maybe round up a little more. Maybe in total I'll spend like 150 hours, and then what? There's nothing else for me to play. So it's like, I don't know. It's like it's not within my. It's not a smart purchase right now. Above 60K for Bitcoin is not, but Pro said it's bound to drop at any time. Yeah. I want to say Bitcoin's going to cap out around like 70 to 75K. I don't think Bitcoin is going to hit 100K anytime soon. Unless there's some sort of like catastrophic financial, like another, I feel like the only way it'll ever go to 100K is within the next like 2 years. Within the next year or two, we have another 08 crash. I think that's the only reason it'll go up more. And I want to say I almost want to say we've been kind of tippy-toeing that 08 crash for the past like year or so. Is that it? It is all of the Pokemons. Actually, how much is Dogecoin right now? Last time I checked, it was a couple days ago. It was like 0.18. Oh, now it's 0.17. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's been hovering around this area. I don't know if it'll go up anymore. But if we bought this in like somewhere in February, that would have been like a crazy gain. Will Dogecoin and Shiba Inu reach new heights this week? Dogecoin has skyrocketed 8,000% in the last 5 years. Actually, let's see Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu. How much is that right now? .00032. So it peaked at 0.000089. A 2.7 million increase. Whoo-wee. That's crazy. That is crazy. I don't know if I'll ever go that high again, but yeah. I would always be amazed at the huge Bitcoin mining rigs they had, like 25, 30, 80 Ti's. Yeah, I remember I mean I have a little bit I have a little bit of Ethereum in my wallet right now because I tried mining for it like a year or two ago a little bit, but that shit like I think that like mining it overnight a couple times I think. Like I didn't do it for like a whole month, but I did it for maybe like almost a week, I think, of mining Bitcoin. I'm sorry, Ethereum overnight. And that I think that almost doubled our electric bill. And I was like, oh yeah, it's not. And it always made the room really hot. Like we were like, yeah, we're not doing this. Like, this is not worth it for me right now. And the thing is, I didn't have the best card. I think I was mining with a 1080, which isn't, like, the greatest. It's okay. But it's not the greatest. I do wonder if I still have access to my wallet. Oh shit, it went up. Nice. I have $80 worth of Ethereum right now. That's so funny. Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah. I have $80. I have $80 worth of Ethereum right now. $80. That's so freaking fun. Oh, dude, I'm rolling in money in real time. I just saw my money go up, dude. That's insane. It's just real time. Holy moly, dude. It's time to sell. It's time to sell. It's time to sell. How do I sell this? That's so funny, dude. Oh my god, I can't believe I just saw it go up in real time. I'm be honest, I have no idea. I have no idea how to get this off my wallet into real money, okay? I'm really clueless. I think I knew at one point, but I haven't touched it in over like a year and a half. Oh, that's crazy. Real time, that shit went up. That was crazy. It's okay, guys. Pizza's on me, okay? We're gonna get some Costco's half cheese, half pepperoni pizza on me, okay? We'll get like 3 boxes, okay? 3 boxes. It's on me. Oh, man. One large split 64. Yup, yep. We gotta freeze the rest. We gotta ration our foods, okay? We gotta ration it. Yes, I got a cool Benjamin. That's insane. Damn. It's so funny. I just left that in there and it's just still I almost wish I mined Bitcoin instead of Ethereum. I think the reason I did it was because my friend was mining Ethereum, and the reason why he was doing it was because the house he was renting with his friends had like a set electric bill. So like they like 2 or 3 of them would like mine Ethereum like overnight and during work. And their electric bill didn't change apparently. Which is pretty genius. I would have like if it was within the contract, I would have gotten like a couple rigs. Mined the shit out of that the homeowner's electricity bill. Ten more. When will we done? When will we be done? When will I be done? When will I be done? Well, at least on the brighter side, the only thing I'm really looking forward to after stream is some chicken nuggets I bought for McDonald's. All right. I don't know if you guys have tried the new dipping sauce from McDonald's called McDonald's spicy sauce or something. That stuff sucks. That stuff sucks. Like major kahunas. Like that sauce is one of the most disappointing sauce I've ever tried in my life. So disappointing. So I have some chicken nuggets upstairs. That's something to look forward to, and then I'm really excited to I'm because of my little mini because of the mini little because of my mini panic attack crisis I had at the toilet yesterday, I'm feeling a lot more motivated in content creating, so I'm pretty excited, which also made me like start on writing the script yesterday. So I'm excited to like tackle the script tonight. Was it no? I don't think. I mean, to be fair, I don't think I've ever tried Szechuan sauce. What does it taste like? I'm assuming like sweet, right? It would. Okay, maybe you'll know what I mean. Okay, Mustang, because you probably had it, right? You know, like gochujang, the gochujang paste, which is like the Korean chili paste, right? It tastes like that, but hear me out, okay? This is like no disrespect to like to America, okay? But we have something. Sometimes there are certain types of like non-American things America does. That's just like it's a bad take. And to me, the sauce tasted like an American take on a gochujang sauce, like a dipping sauce. Like that's what it tasted like. It tasted like someone found out gochujang for the first time and then try to make a sauce solely based off that one ingredient and made it like the main flavor profile, and it was so bad. Like it was so disappointingly bad. I don't know how to describe it, but like it felt like if you went to Trader Joe's and told them to make a really shitty gochujang sauce, like dipping sauce. Like no disrespect to Trader Joe's, they have some cool stuff, but like it was not to be desired, okay? It was booty cheeks. And the worst thing is, I got like majority of them was that sauce, and then the remaining like one or two, I got sweet and sour, which I think works great. Sweet and sour was so much better than that garbage McDonald's spicy sauce. Oh my days! Like that ruined my morning because it was so bad. Oh, not morning. It was like noon. It ruined my noon, like early noon. What a disappointing sauce that was. Good God. But yeah, other than that, I'm looking really forward to working on my script tonight. I'm looking like I feel like mentally motivated and rejuvenated in like really tackling that, because I feel like I know I said like last week I said I'm gonna really like push for being more consistent with like editing and stuff like that, but like I feel like now I really feel like I have like a fire underneath my butt kind of ordeal, and I hope I can continue with this mindset and get this hopefully off the road, if you know, to a certain point. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Sure, I'm sure it'll all work out, right? Want me to put that out for you? No. I need to be, I feel like I need to be, like, I know I put myself on a lot of, like overstressed about things, but I feel like I need to be kept on the edge of my seat. Like, I can't be complacent. I cannot be complacent. Like, keeping all this video game behind me, that was me being complacent. And that's why I really need to get like most of them out, right? Because you know what the funny thing is, when I was like testing and cleaning my NES games, in the 5 or so years, maybe a little more actually, maybe like 8 or not, of the 7 to 8 years since I got the 80 plus NES games, I don't think I tried any of them, other than maybe like 3 or 4 games. Other than the 3 or 4 games, the 80 plus NES games, I have never put it to the console and tested them if they work. Because when I was going through them and cleaning with isopropyl alcohol and Q-tip, I went through like this much amount of cotton swabs, like this much, like insane amount of cotton swab because the pins were so filthy. They were so freaking filthy, and it's mainly because the person I got it from kept it in their garage, and so and I got a whole bunch of other stuff from them, like a bunch of accessories, and all of them are kind of caked in like dirt, and they're a bit yellow, and so the pins were really dirty, really dirty. And like I think I used about a fourth of the isopropyl alcohol in this. Insane. I used about a fourth of this. Just rubbing pins, NES cartridge pins. But surprisingly, all of them work except one game. One game out of the 80 plus games I'm selling don't work. And it's Super Mario Bros. 2. It's the only game that doesn't work. It's the only one. And it's the one that's covered with a bunch of Blockbuster stickers. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? The Blockbuster security stickers. The ones that like... The ones... There are ones where you like, if you peel it, it leaves like the marker on it of like... There's like weird residue, it leaves, like a letter residue. But it's like one of those things. It's so... Those Blockbuster stickers are so goddamn strong. It's like they molded into the cartridge itself. I don't know what they put in those stickers, but those Blockbuster stickers are just like permanently embedded. They're absolutely insane. But yeah, that the one with the Blockbuster stickers is the one cartridge that doesn't work. Like I think it's a little bit corroded. It's a little bit corroded because I opened the thing up, and I started cleaning it like directly, like with better light and everything, and I still couldn't get it to work. But luckily, I do have another copy of Super Mario 2 with a manual, so it's really nice. I don't have the... Actually, no. I have a box in the game, but I don't have a manual. Hey, what's up, Miley? Good to see you. Feel shiny look tonight? I hope so. So, thank you, Rainer, for sharing the live. I appreciate it. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well over there. Quick hello, hey. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. Hope everyone's having a great Wednesday. I'm doing all right today. I'm doing all right. How are you? I'm surviving. I'm surviving, you know. Hopefully I can, you know, get this over with. Oh man. If I can get a shine tonight, it'll make my day. Oh, it'll make my week, because next stream it'll be Pikmin 3. It'll be Pikmin 3. And I actually made some progress on Pikmin 3, okay? I did I got one of the badges. I got 2 of the badges last night. It was going around the game and taking pictures of like of these like ancient relic pictures. It wasn't anything riveting, honestly. But I did that offline. And then there's some other collecting thing I needed. But when I was in the middle of collecting, when I was in the middle of taking pictures for the badges, I was like, man, these aren't that difficult. Maybe I should save it for the stream. But I was like, screw it. Let me just finish the relic picture taking badges and just finish the rest on stream. So theoretically, all I have left to do to like finish Pikmin 3 is do a bunch of the co-op stuff, like start a game with a co-op player, do this bingo game like 10 times, like super easy stuff we can like slam out in like 30 minutes, right? Super easy. And a lot of easy stuff, and then collecting the notes, which collecting notes, and then the next time consuming one is collecting like hints around the game, completing the Piccolopedia, which means just like fight every single monster and then take it to the ship so you can like register the information. which is there's only like 8 of them I missed. 8. And then yeah, just collected notes, Piclopedia. Those are the only 2 like remaining. Hello? I'm still live, right? So I'm pretty close with finishing that. And then after that, the last part is just beating the game twice. And then we'll be done with Pikmin 3. Then we can move on. We can move on with our life and play Pikmin 2. Then after we're done with Pikmin 2, maybe Elden Ring? I don't know. I hope the server's not down. Because it has happened once on stream. Still live? Okay. So it's just a game. It's just a game. Okay, I think we're good. Ooh. Oh, let's go. Okay. Yeah, disconnecting from servers don't happen that often. This is my second time ever where I disconnected from the server. The first time was when they were having like the server update or server some server like maintenance thing. That's like the first time, and then this was the second time. Come on, please give me a shiny. It'd be so beautiful if you give me a shiny. Please. I beg of you. I'm sick of this game. I have nightmares about this game. Tech, why isn't this working? Okay. Do you know any locals that have tech jobs near you? I always told use all your resources to get the foot in the door. Sorta, kinda. I mean, yeah. I mean, the people I went to the job fair recently are like near my area mostly, right? But I do need to start applying more. More applying. I feel like I haven't applied enough. I feel like that's what I can work on applying. Maybe we'll never get the shiny. You know, I might actually cry if we get to 150 hours and we're still stuck on this hunt, this phase of the hunt, the fourth phase. The fourth hunt. If we're still stuck on the fourth hunt at 150 hours, I legitimately might break down on stream because this shit is holding me hostage. I soft reset for a second shiny type note, and then I only have 10 legendaries left in Ultra Moon. Nice. You know, it's too bad. Okay, so I'm for people that don't know, I'm working on a script for Pokemon's Arceus, right? Pokemon Arceus, completing the Pokedex because I wanna get Arceus in this game, right? Shiny in this game. It sucks that the only way you can get Arceus is A, you have you got it 8 to 10 years ago during Wi-Fi events when they gave out event Arceuses, or you have to buy 2 games, right? You have to buy this game, and then you have to buy Legends Arceus, and then you need to fully beat both games to have a chance for you to be able to have a Arceus. So based on my understanding and my research from last night, this is currently the only way to obtain an Arceus and then a shiny Arceus. This is actually the only way, other than if you got it from there was one instance where you can get a shiny Arceus. There was one instance, but other than that exception, this is the one and only way of getting Arceus from my recollections. Because I looked up if you could get Arceus through the wormholes in Ultra Sun and Moon, and I don't think it's in that list. And I think I checked Sword and Shield, the DLC. I don't think Arceus is on that list either, right? Based on my memory, neither of those two options. And then other than those two, I don't think there's another way. And then the Scarlet Violet DLC. Actually, could we get that? Could we get Arceus? I don't remember. Actually, hold on, wait. Pause. SV. Could we get Arceus from the recent DLC? I'm gonna say no. I don't remember being able to get Arceus from the recent DLC. Okay, yeah. So BDSP plus Legends Arceus. Well, okay, so technically, oh wait, hear me out. Technically, you can get Arceus from Legends Arceus. Okay, yeah, right. So you technically can. You have 2 games where you can get Arceus, but you only have 1 game to be able to shiny hunt. That's the correction I need to make. But yeah, in 2015 there was a Japan exclusive event where you can get a shiny Arceus. It was a promotional event for Pokemon Movie 15. It was the Kira movie, I think. It was the Kira movie. Haven't watched it, so I don't really know what happens, but it's the Kira movie. And the most messed up part is, well, I'm starting to wonder if Hour 150 is going to be your shiny finally. We don't say that. We don't say that. But yeah, the thing about that shiny Arceus was you had to pre-order the movie ticket, which will give you a code, and that code, when inserted to your game, will randomly pick a wonder card in a pool of 19. So that one code will randomly select one of 19 wonder cards. They're all of them are Arceuses. And the only difference, I think, is like the plates they hold. So there's like the flying plate, fighting plate, which changes like Arceus's typing due to its ability multi-type, right? Because of that, you have 19 options, and out of the 19, only 1 was shiny. Only 1. So you bought yourself a movie ticket, put the code in, and then you had to do a 1 out of 19 chance, or maybe in layman's term, 50-50, right? We like to live simple numbers, right? We like simple numbers. 50-50 for you to get a shiny Arceus. 1 out of 19. So you buy, so you're not guaranteed. The code is a one-time use. It's a one-time use, and if you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. So that was the only way you could get it. Only way. So if you never got it that way, or if you never got it from someone cloning it, this is your only way of getting a shiny Arceus. Yep. All of this for a stupid golden god. That's it, right? That's it. That's all this is for. A stupid god. I'm definitely saving my Master Ball for it. Like, worst case scenario, if I need to chuck it, I'll chuck it. I don't like using Master Balls, but would I want to redo the hunt for the sake of I wanted a Pokeball or a Premier Ball? I'm chucking that Master Ball. I don't care. I thought about using it for Palkia and Dialga, but I was like, nah, we're just gonna catch that with like an just a Pokeball or Ultra Ball, whatever. I'll probably catch with a Pokeball, right? But no, Arceus is just getting caught in whatever I can get it in, right? If it's a Master Ball, it's going in a Master Ball, no matter how ugly it looks. Okay, Master Ball is the ugliest thing in the game, ugliest Pokeball. Shiny Munchlax, full odds? Please, I'm not gonna look. Please. I'm never lucky. I'm never lucky, bro. Come on, I'm never lucky. If I get a shiny Munchlax for my next one, the past 40 hours of this hunt will be all forgiven. It will be all forgiven because that means I would have two rare encounter shinies, right? Which means, yeah, which is like a 5% spawn, right? A 5% spawn shiny. Power World, if you get shiny on if you get shiny on next encounter. Yeah, if the next, yeah, you know, I'll take you on that. If I get a shiny on my next encounter, I'll get Power right now and play it. Let's see if Nintendo's listening to me and if they'll give me a shiny. All right, we're gonna Jedi mind trick Nintendo. Okay, they're listening. Hey, listening. Come on, give me a shiny. Give me a shiny. Please give me a shiny. I want to die. I want to die. You guys, just curious, have you guys watched what is it? I mean, I've been watching this YouTuber for like the past like year or two, past like 2 years, I think. Or like, I don't really talk about it, but Caleb Hammer. He's the guy. He's like the guy who does financial audit. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I just saw a clip of it on TikTok. He's been popping up on my feed a lot more on TikTok. But like one of the clip that showed was, oh, actually two clips I saw today was one of them was a girl didn't understand the concept of like credit card debt, and she thought amassing credit card debt was good, and like she was telling her mom about it, and like, I got 4,000 in credit card debt, blah blah blah, and then her mom told her like, that's bad, and she's like, girl math. I'm like, like, we're cooked. The moment I heard all of that, and she's like, I'm 4K in debt, and she's like, girl math, I was like, we are cooked. We're done. Our society is done. We're done. We're not getting out of anywhere with that. And then the other one, the one I just saw before, was um this other lady, she lives in a house that was passed down from her mom who passed away, and I think she lives with like another family member, and 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 the thing is the crazy thing is that they're so complacent with their financial that they're missing payments on a house with a mortgage of $1,000. Like right now, anyone with like the right mind would jump on it, jump on that mortgage in a heartbeat. Okay, a house mortgage that's worth $1,000, and she was missing payments on it, and people are like, how hard is it just to split $500 with, because there was another person living, and I think there were also, I didn't look at the whole video, but like just based on the clip, there was a whole other person living, which probably helped pay bills or something. Maybe they weren't working, I don't know, but like $500 from like just the two people for a house. I was like, it's not a rent, it's not a rented house, it's not an apartment, it's a house, and all their mortgage was just $1,000. That is easily achievable. I mean, the previous person I mentioned about the credit card debt, she was paying $1,400 for her apartment. She was paying $1,400 for her apartment and making $1,600 a week, a month. So yeah, that's like 80-90% of her monthly income was going into her apartment. Like come on. Like I do watch Financial Audit and Caleb Hammer occasionally, just to like kind of calibrate my mindset. And that's a weird thing to think about, right? What do you mean calibrate your mindset? And I don't like comparing myself to other people. It's never healthy. But I feel like there's healthy ways to go around it. And that's like avoid certain habits and actions that some other people do, and like kind of like calibrate your mind. You're like, oh wait, like let me tune myself back into the right path kind of ordeal before I fall into that. I don't want to repeat their mistake kind of thing, kind of calibration. So it's not really, so that's what I mean about it being healthy, not like, oh, I'm doing better than them, ha ha ha. Not like that. Like, come on. Like, if you're genuinely doing financially well, there's 99% of the time you're probably not gonna watch videos like that, because you probably don't care generally. But yeah, but it's just some of the things I saw today before I got on. I was like, the world is bleak, very bleak. You know? Ow. But yeah, enough of that talk. But back to one of the topics I was talking about earlier. One of the games I wanted to play, but I can't because I don't have a PS5, was Final Fantasy 16. Apparently, it's getting it's really close. Final Fantasy 16 PC port is very, very close from finishing. Like, they're very, very close to optimizing it. So my guess is that within the next few months, we might get Final Fantasy 16 on Steam, which is great. I mean, that's one less reason to buy a PS5, right? One less reason. One less reason to spend $500 for 2 games, right? One less reason, which is good, which is great, very, very great. But I mean, what am I gonna do with? But what am I gonna do with this now? If the PC port is so close, what am I gonna do with this? Why did I spend money on this? Oh god. sometimes I feel like I'm not money smart. I'm like, I mean, at least okay, it's a bit of a copium, but like, at least I didn't buy the most expensive version, okay? I think I bought it because I'm a sucker for steel bookcases. I think I love steel bookcases. They're really cool. Super sucker for that. Here's some of my favorite ones. Look, not very money smart. That's what it is. Look, this is the base game Persona 5. It's pretty nice. It's shiny, sparkly, very cool Joker. Very cool. Yep. And then this is the. I don't know why this is the same game, but it's like the updated Royale version. I don't know why they went with piss yellow. It's so stupid why they went with piss yellow. Like it doesn't make any sense why they got piss yellow. Because this side is completely fine, right? Super fine. Then this one is just like, ugh, yuck. Like, because weirdly enough, this is the only time in the whole case that there's a weird yellow tint. There is no part. I mean, I guess like the Royale with cheese is a little bit yellow, but like this is bad, real bad. Oh, it came with a trading card. Oh, I never noticed. It came with a chair. Oh, you get a dynamic theme. Did I redeem this? Oh shoot, it's a dynamic theme. I should probably check my games a little bit more. Yeah, cool. It's a trading card. But the only bad thing about these is that you do have to worry about the paint chipping. If you ever had one of those like old Xbox, PlayStation 2 steel bookcases, like Halo had one of them, Halo 2, Halo 1, I can't remember which one. Like Halo has it, Doom had one on the Xbox. Yeah, I think it's somewhere there. But yeah, they had those, and the Halo one I have is, I think it's Halo 2. The steel bookcase one I have for Halo 2 is like the paint is like super chipped. It's scuffed. Super scuffed. I don't really know if it happened over time or if it was just badly taken care of. I don't know. It's not my personal original copy, so I don't know what the previous owner did. I don't remember. How did I increase my... Where did I get my Xbox games? I can't say I know. Actually, I don't remember. Where did I get my Xbox games? It was probably from like a Craigslist lot, probably. It's either that or I collected them over time through like flea markets and like yard sales and stuff like that. I don't think it was through Craigslist. But if anyone's curious, we're currently... What was that sound? What was it? For anyone curious, we're currently at 1,643 encounters. Yes. Yes. We're currently at, which is okay, hear me out, which is not a lot. Like, wow, David, that's rookie numbers, right? But then you also have to consider 90% of the time I'm just running around. 98% of the time I'll give it some leeway. 98% of the time, I'm running around collecting Diglets, and the remaining whatever percent, 3%, 2%, whatever percent I'm okay with, I'm encountering Pokemon in a span of like 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, so like when you put it all into perspective like that, 1,600. Oh shit, spider or feather. I don't know. 1,600 is spider coming. 1,600 is quite a lot of encounters when you think about the encounter ratio. The encounter ratio per hour, quite devastatingly, depressingly low. Sorry, sometimes I can't pronounce some certain words for some reason, even though I pronounced it before. Devastatingly, yeah. Weird. I'd say 70% is you staying there. No. I put in so much work, blood, sweat, and tears, carrying the lobby on my back. Okay, I have a hunchback because I've carried so much random bots mining for whatever they're mining for. Okay, I don't know what the hell they're mining for, because at a certain point, like, you're like, you gotta hit a wall, like, literally. Like, come on, you don't need 500 blue shards. You don't need 300 red crystals. Like, relax, buddy. Like, nobody plays this game. Nobody cares. Like help, collecting Diglets, please. I've done my fair share of standing, okay? But that's like a reward for my hard back aching carrying the lobby. Okay? Back aching. My back's creaking. Okay? It's creaking. I have lower back pains because of this game. Okay? The lumbar support of this chair is not helping. Not helping. And okay, hear me out. I don't. Do y'all have an innate fear of your chair, like, piercing your butt? Like, okay, hear me out. I know that was really weird, but like, most modern like chairs, that's not your standard like 4-legged chair. Your office chair, your gaming chair has a, I don't know if it's a spring or if it's gas loaded or whatever like compressed loaded height rods, because that's how you adjust the height of your chair, right? Up and down, that compression thing. I don't know the exact mechanism of a chair, okay? Or, you know, come on, give me a break. But do y'all ever have a fear that like it'll like one day, like one little kind of like landing onto your chair and then it piercing the heavens through the seat cover and then giving you an extra hole? I have an innate fear of that. Like, as the chair gets older and more creaky, like it makes more sound, I'm like, is it time? Is it time for me to change chairs? Like, I don't know if there's a phobia for it, but I do fear for that, because I don't know the amount of PSI or amount of pressure that's going to be delivered through my gluteus maximus, but I don't want to find out. There's a lot of things in the world that I do not want to find out, okay? That's why curiosity killed the cat. And in this situation, I do not want to be the cat. I will be the ignorant dog. All right, I will switch chairs. But yeah, going back to that speaking point, I thought about it in my head. I was like, should I go to a basic like 4-legged chair and like have back pain. Like, should I like go grab like one of the kitchen chairs and sit on one of those, which are extremely painful because wooden back, no lumbar support, no armrest, cushions are like this thin, right? I've been contemplating about it. I was like, do I want to protect my purity? Listen, I know it's really weird, but it's been kind of going through my head as of late, the past few days. As I've noticed, my chair has seen better days. Okay, it definitely seen better days, but something I do worry a little bit. Hey, you got type no? Congratulations. Actually, how much is Ultra Sun and Moon? I've been contemplating to buy some of the recent Pokemon games before they go even more diabolically expensive or astronomically expensive. But the question is, which one's better? Is Ultra Moon better or Ultra Sun better? Want me to buy you a new chair? Well, $35 complete. I remember a few years ago. When they were getting rid of their inventory, like on the Pokemon store. I think these were like $30. And I kept telling to myself, like, I need to buy me a copy. I kept telling myself. I'm pretty sure if you go like 2 years back in my VODs, because we frequent the Pokemon store on stream quite a few times during holidays and stuff like that. And this game was showing up multiple times, I'm sure, in the past few years. And I'm pretty sure it was like somewhere around $30, brand new. And I kept saying, like, I need to get this, I need to get this, I need to get this. And then one day, just poof, like the Avatar, when I needed him most, he vanished. And ever since then, I've never gotten my chance. Oh, sorry, more important things. I've never got my hand on a brand new Ultra Sun and Moon. It is what it is. It is what it is. Don't want anything puncturing your purpose. Yeah, in my mind right now, I kind of want a secret lab chair. I'm not really a big fan of like gaming chairs, but I at least want to try out one. A secret lab chair, that or a Herman Miller. Which I understand they're both very expensive. Okay, they're not as, I mean, Herman Miller is way more expensive. I understand, but like the past few chairs I've gotten are kind of like random Costco chairs or like random chair off Amazon, and they break really fast. Like give it like a year or two, and they become like crookedy, and then like the armrest on this one is ripped off, like but like this much of the bottom portion of the armrest is gone, and that's mainly my fault when I go bang 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 and then it breaks. It's mainly my fault, but like, but I'd rather not hit my desk, right? I don't want to hit my desk and then like knock everything over in my monitor. It's the last thing I want. So anyway, Ultra Sun because of the Ultra Beat Blastophon. What's the other one get? I do know what Blastophon looks like. Really cool Pokemon. Very, very cool Pokemon. Is it Buzzwole? Oh, Shaka. Oh, isn't that the sword? The sword Pokemon? Or is it that big tower Pokemon? I can't remember. I don't really know the Ultra Beast very well. The only ones I know to heart is Buzzwole. The other ones are it's kind of finicky. Oh, actually no, I know the jellyfish, Nihil Lego, something like that. That one I know. I think that's like part rock or poison. I don't remember which one. I think it was poison. Maybe. And the only reason I know that one is because one of the discords, Pokemon discords, has like a player run gym leader thing, and then like the members could like challenge each gym depending with like a monotype gym. And I was the type for a little bit. Like I quit after a little bit because I didn't have time to constantly like randomly 3 in the morning someone's like, can I battle you? I'm like, I mean, well, you put your time, but some people will shoot their shots if they can. And it was really hard having to set time aside just to battle them. And because and the thing is that if you beat them, they can challenge you again right away. So like if you're really good like me, which I'm like okay at, I had to like battle someone like 3 times I think. And I think at like in the middle of the second one and like at the third one I was like, why am I doing this? And then I threw near the end and the beginning of the third one. I started throwing. I was like, this ain't good. This is not gonna stop. Like there was never a discussion of a cooldown period of challenging gym leaders. So like theoretically he could have kept challenging me, and I was like, let's not do this. So I just threw. But it was fun though. It was fun because each gym leader was able to make their own team, and I had I went for the rock club, a rock gym, but someone yoinked it underneath me, so I was left with poison. And that's also the first time I got to build a team around. I built a team with Sorry, what's that poison dragon Pokemon from Sword and Shield? The evil one, the world-ending one. The name is escaping me. Whatever that one was, but the big hand thing at the end. But that I was able to build around that Pokemon, which was pretty cool. But yeah. But back to the Ultra Sun and Moon. Yeah, I would say Blastofflone is probably better. Much cooler. Eternatus. Thank you. I knew it was something silly. You know what's funny? I think back when I was doing the Pokemon Sleep, the 30-day challenge for Pokemon Sleep, and when I was jotting down a bunch of random facts, which I didn't use all of them. I think I still have it somewhere. Like I had a whole bunch of facts I was getting from the internet and like kind of amassing. One of them was related to Blastoffon. And something with the shiny. I don't remember exactly, but there was a move with this Pokemon that if it was shiny, the move is also shiny. Or the Pokemon was also shiny. I can't remember what it was. I think it had to do something with a Z move, maybe? There's something with... It's Z move. It might have been this one? Here it is. Oh. Yeah. Here it is. Okay. I knew there was something along with this. Yeah. If a shiny Pokemon uses Mind Blown, the move's animation is different, appearing to use a shiny Blastophon's blue head rather than the normal white one. Yeah. I knew there was something to do with the shiny Pokemon, which is really cool. So if a regular Pokemon somehow uses Mind Blown, you get the regular one, and if a shiny Pokemon uses it and gets Mind Blown, you get shiny Blastophon, which is very cool. Very small, little minute Pokemon knowledge. Very small. Like I had to dig deep for that one. Well, not that deep, but like it wasn't very surface level. So yeah, I still have a list of just random like nonchalant Pokemon facts I have from when I did that challenge. Do I know where it is? Probably no. Probably not. Sounds like you need to redo the challenge, the 30-day sleep challenge. Nah, I think the only way I'll ever do a Pokemon sleep challenge is if I get sponsored by them to do it. Which probably won't happen because the app's been out for so long. Why would they need to sponsor it? And like, when was the last time? When was the last time Pokemon ever sponsored like a content creator for something? Probably never, right? Like, I mean, okay, unless you were like part of their ambassador program, I think like you can get like early copies of like certain things through their system, but like, come on, like, you think you think I'm gonna get a sponsorship from Pokemon Sleep? Not around here, buddy. Not around here. And that app is booty cheeks. Don't spend your money on it. Just go to sleep. Don't worry about setting up your Pikachu on the pillow. Just go to sleep. It's almost counterproductive to have it there with you because you have oh god. Am I stuck? Is there only one lobby available? Oh god. I almost think at this point, why am I? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm pressing the wrong button. Excuse me. I feel like at this point, it's almost, thinking about it, it's almost counterproductive to have your phone next to your bed because of the temptation. Especially now with kids with their very increasingly shortened attention span. Having like a sleeping app because hear me out, and the reason why I say that is because you can't put the phone away from you. It has to be close for it to actually work like effectively. Like you can't be like, oh David, it's simple, just put your phone like half across at the end of your room. It's simple, David. No, it doesn't work like that. Like it needs I mean, sure, you can just BS it like that, but if you're genuinely actually trying to use it, oh shoot, let's go. I knew it. Just keep recycling the lobby. If you want to genuinely kind of like accurately use it, like you need for it to record your the sounds you make, your snoring, your breathing. So it has to be close enough for it to pick it up, for them to actually accurately graph like when you had deep sleep or like when you had like light sleep, blah blah blah. Because if not, it's just a flat line. So like, but like I said, when you have your phone close to you, it is a temptation to scroll TikTok, scroll YouTube Shorts, watch a YouTube video, or read manga. It is a temptation. So that's why I think sleep apps are kind of whack. Phone dependent sleep apps are whack. There are apps out there that uses like third-party devices. I think like I don't know if it's something called Aura. I don't remember if it was a ring or if it was a wrist strap kind of thing. I don't remember, but there's like that kind of thing. Very expensive, and I think you have to pay like monthly for their service. But those are for people like seriously trying to track their like maybe they have like sleep apnea and they're trying to like really try to fix their sleeping conditions. So like that I understand. I wanted to try it, but it seems really expensive for just fixing your sleeping schedule, in my opinion. But another thing, I thought about this last night as we're speaking about sleeping. Okay, I thought to myself, why don't I make a haptic wrist for an alarm? Okay, because sometimes my alarm doesn't really work that well. Okay, sometimes it gets underneath the pillow and I don't hear it. Right, as most people, I sleep with my phone near my bed. Right, so sometimes the alarm goes beep beep beep, 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 really like muffled on the pillow, and I don't hear it. Okay, so I thought to myself, why don't I make a wireless haptic wristband that I would use? Well, I don't know how it would work. I don't know how small I can make it, because I would use like an Arduino with like, and then I'll like probably attach the haptic stuff, and like a Dween's like about like this big, and then like the haptic's like this big, and then like I don't have a 3D printer, and like how do I fit that on the wrist without it like I mean, in fairness, if I get it down right, it would feel like you're sleeping with a watch, right? That's what it would feel like. And then yeah, with the Dween and that, I would like make a program where it would start aggressively. I mean like aggressively like vibrate on my wrist. Like painfully vibrate. I don't know how to make it painfully. I don't know how you would make haptic feedback aggressively shake for it to hurt. I don't know how you do that without like juicing out the battery incredibly fast. And that's another problem. How would I get a super small form factor battery? I thought about that too. I was like, and I didn't reset the room like an idiot. Oh, and then we ran out of Pokemons too. Oh, brother. Can you imagine? I could have got another room. Or another cycle, excuse me. Yeah. But yeah. Well, you know what's funny? I thought about before I thought about the haptic wristband, haptic feedback wristband, a vibrating wristband, I thought about making a shock collar wristband. Those exist. There are like I think something like that was on Shark Tank, like a shock wristband or something a couple years ago. You could probably look it up on YouTube. I'm pretty sure it's out there. And like he got clowned or something like that. But like I didn't want to mess with electricity. I felt like a aggressive vibration was enough, rather than a violent electrocution. So yeah, I went with the haptics. I felt it'd probably be a lot more easier and safer. So in my mind, I feel like I can do it, right? But I don't have a 3D printer. Oh god. I don't have a 3D printer. And the worst part is yeah, I think that's yeah. I mean, usually if you go to your local library, your public library, there's a good chance they'll have it, like a 3D printer. But I don't think the one near me has it, or maybe it does. Possibly. And the cool thing is I took a CAD class, an AutoCAD class, which basically means I'm able to create things, and then like I can like I'm basically I can 3D model, 3D make. I don't know what the right word is, but I took a 3D automation CAD class, which actually does nothing for my degree. It's actually one of the few classes I took that that was unused for my bachelor's degree. Unfortunately, it's the funniest thing because in the middle of the semester, in the middle of the semester, I was talking to the guy next to me because we're like partners doing projects and stuff like that, and I told him like, "Yo, I don't think this class is. I don't think I signed up for the right class." Like midway through the semester, I was like, "I don't think this is the right class." Like, I double checked my degree works with all your degrees and your. I don't know if all school uses like a version of degree works or something like that, but we call ours degree work. And I double checked it midway through the semester. I was like, wait a second, this actually doesn't count for anything. So I took an extra random class for some reason. I mean, you know, hear me out. I really enjoyed that class. It was really cool. Very, very cool. Super cool. I think the reason why my friend was taking it was because I think he was doing civil engineer. I think it was either civil or industrial engineer. I don't remember which one it was. So I think that class was a recommendation for him. Actually, I think I might even have the textbooks for it. I have it still. Yeah, engineering graphic essential with AutoCAD. Ah, that's so funny. That is so funny. I took a class that was completely useless for me. Yeah, but basically this is what you would do. Like in the beginning of the class, you would draw you would draw perspective drawings, and then you would make them into 3D. So you will have like, usually we did that because you want to know an object's bird's eye view, its side profile, and all of that stuff. So we did that kind of stuff, and then we created that. I think the hardest thing in the beginning for me, the thing that I had the most trouble with in the beginning was creating a screw. Like that's what like stumped me out. My friend beside me could do it like, because he took, this was like his second or third CAD class. I don't even know how I was eligible to take that class, because the dude that already took a CAD class, like the level before that, I think I was way over my head for that class. But somehow I was eligible to take that class, and luckily the guy next to me took like 2 other CAD classes that was like lower than this one, and he was super clutch. He was so clutch, and especially on the project, because man, I wasn't that good. I'll be honest. But like, and the thing I'm talking about, the screw, is like the actual like the actual rotation, right? Because if you see like a very grippy screw, that's probably not the right word. What do you call that? I know there's a certain word for that. It's the metal prongs. It's not prongs, not the right word. Hold on. Let me look up screw anatomy. Screw parts. Threads. I knew that was a name for it. Sorry, threads. Good God. Yeah, so my biggest issue in the AutoCAD class was creating the threading. Like it was just like weird way, like you have to create something and like subtract certain portions, and then you'll get like a screw motion. And then at the same time you have to like reverse it so you can have like something that could screw into it. So like it would like actually work. And creating the thread, I think, was what stumped me for me in my AutoCAD class. Yeah, a little tidbit, right? AutoCAD's cool, right? If anyone's ever interested in getting something like that, you could probably do like Tinkercad. I think Tinkercad's like a free software. I'm pretty sure AutoCAD's a pay software. I think the only time I ever got to use AutoCAD was at school or I had to VM through my school to access it. So at AutoCAD you have to pay for it, but AutoCAD is really good. But if you want to create something, which this is like this is how like you can make like you can create 3D print stuff right here. So Tinkercad, if you're interested, you could use to create things. Very very great stuff. Not in my opinion, not as like not as deep as the pay to win one, but you know that's the difference, right? Free to play and pay to win for AutoCAD. Yeah, but Tinkercad's cool though. I had to create I had to actually okay, hear me out. This was a really like last minute project, okay? So for my physics class, my physics 2 class one year, we had to teach the class something, okay? And I did mine based off keyboards, okay? Keyboards. And I made like a really rudimentary keyboard, okay? Hear me out. There was nothing I could do about the thickness, okay? There was nothing I could do. I wish I could cut this down in half, okay? The board I needed was really big, and then these switches were also like this big, okay? It was half of this like green was the size of the switch. So it got to the point where like each color is pretty much taken over by whatever's on top, and then this part's taken over by the board. But basically I did like a presentation of how keyboards work, right? And then I I made this really shoddy casing for it. Really shoddy. But this was I would want to here. Okay, I don't want to open it, but I'm gonna open it. Okay, hold on. I haven't seen the inside of these in this for like a few years. I'm actually kind of curious. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. That's bad. That's a lot. Wow. Okay. You guys see that? All the wires? It's kind of hard to see because I can't lift it anymore. Here, maybe this side will be a little better. There's a board in there with a lot of wires. I had to single-handedly wire everything. But it works. This works. The funny thing is, the board I have in here was recommended to me by a friend, coincidentally, okay? Because I didn't know what I wanted to build for what I wanted to do for the project. But the friend I was talking to is very into pilots. No, sorry. He's very into flying planes, okay? And he's like currently in the process of doing all of that. And he's also very much into like flight sims, stuff like that. Flight sims, Elite Dangerous, yada yada yada, right? And he was talking about people's like flight sim setups. Flight sim. And one of the things they did was use a board like that, and they would create oh my god, bro, look at the two shiny scissors. Vespa Queen Mothim, bro. Scissor is massive though, holy moly. Those are giant scissors. But back to the thing. Yeah, he's really into that. And he told me that people in the community, like Elite Dangerous, would create like extra like buttons for multiple things, and they would make their own little board with switches. Actually, people would use switches and buttons. They would use switches for certain things to kind of emulate like an airplane. And that was something they used. So I was like, well, I'm like, wait, then I based on that, him talking to it, I bought that. That was really expensive. That was like somewhere between $50 to $80. I don't remember the exact price, but that was a really pricey board for such a simple project for a school course. But yeah, $50 to $80 for that. And yeah, that's how I decided to make a keyboard. Pure coincidence, okay? Pure coincidence. I was like, yeah, I would use so coupled with that, I would use auto hotkeys, and I would basically remap the button inputs into actual letters. It's pretty simple, very rudimentary, right? But that was really painful to do, because I basically had to wire strip everything and then use these fat sausage fingers to slowly insert them for them to work. And the board was like this big, right? This tall, so like the very tiny holes. Filament. Isn't there a different kind of filament, like thickness and all that? Probably. But the reason why that was so thick was because of the height of the parts were so thick, and not because of like I purposely made it thick. Oh, I didn't mean to come in here. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to come here. Uh-oh. You know, I've been meaning to repurpose that switch for something. I don't know what. I genuinely don't know what I want to repurpose that for. Like, I thought about... Yeah, I don't know. I thought about using it as a Steam Deck of some sort. Because I thought about using it as some sort of like a macro board. Because it's definitely not usable as a keyboard. That shit's way too... the buttons are way too... Well, none of it's ergonomic. I will develop carpal tunnel in like 3 days using that. Yeah, that and just the button isn't the pressing the button isn't the most like enjoyable thing. So it's something you kind of have to press like very occasionally, like situational pressing. And I thought about it, and I was like, where would I need that many buttons? I was like, oh, editing. But I'm like, oh, but I only really use like 3-4 buttons of editing for my editing thing. But I don't really. I usually just go into the edit the effects and stuff and manually look for it, or have it like as a preset or something, or use my mouse for other things. So I don't know. Still can't figure out what I want to do with that, even if it's been a few years. It's been about 2 hours and we still have yet to find a shiny. God, I hate my life, man. I really, as we go further, as the clock ticks further, I do question the validity of the shinies I've already obtained. Was it a glitch in the code that I got these shinies? Was it a dream and none of this is real? Like, doubt is sprouting in my mind right now. Doubt is sprouting. The seed of doubt is sprouting into a beautiful flower. Is this all a dream and none of these shiny Pokemon actually exist in my party? Like, am I in a mental psych and I just don't know? Is this a catch-22 situation? Is that what I'm in right now? Great book though. Great book. I'd recommend for anybody to read. Great book. I really got to get back into reading some books, man. There are some really, really great books out there. I feel like I'm not reading. But it's hard. TikTok, social media. It got my brain all messed up, man. It got my brain all messed up. You need to read Dune. No, wait, no. I've heard, okay, funny thing you mentioned about Dune. I just learned that Dune has 6 main books in its main series, and then it has like 19 side stories, which were all terrible. And then and then someone turns into a sandworm or something like that. It's like a train wreck. An absolute train wreck of a book series, okay? I don't think I want to read Dune after hearing all of that. I'll consider it, but I don't know how open I am to reading it anymore. And let's see, Dune book. Dune is Dune a hard book to read? Dune is difficult not because of the text, not because the text is complex or challenging, but it's because it's a slog. Like reading a history book conveyed through a character's internal monologue and passable prose. It's an exceptional piece of world building and sci-fi landmark. You know what this reminds me of? There was an anime that came on during Toonami a couple years ago, a handful of years ago. And it was It was like a slow burn of an anime. I don't remember the name of it. It's actually bothered me that I don't remember the name of it. Actually kind of bothering. Hold on. Maybe some people like it, but this anime was such a slow burn that I actually gave up. Code Lyoko? No, I thought people like Code Lyoko. Creepy, but like, let me see. Here it is. Casshern Sins. This was one of the most slow burn animes I've ever watched. It's one of the few animes I've dropped ever, because it was such a slow burn. This anime was such a drag to watch. Like a drag with a capital D. It was such a drag. Like I stopped watching. I just gave up on it. I was like, I can't do this anymore. And then, okay, hear me out. And this was like pre social media attention span grabbing. It was pre that, like before that happened. So like my mind wasn't all messed up like it is now. And this is what broke me. Watching this show, it is, I don't know. In my opinion, I think the best comparison to Casshern Sin is like watching a really bad silent film. A really bad silent film. That's what Casshern Sin felt to me. Would never watch it again. Unless I get paid for it, but I would never go out of my way and waste my precious time and watch that anime. Zoid, Naruto, Zatch Bell. Whoa. I love Zatch Bell. You take that back. I love Naruto. Speaking about Zoid. Did any of you Monster Hunter fans get the Zoid Monster Hunter collab pre-order a couple months ago? Just curious. Because I did. I pre-ordered it. I don't know when they're coming out, to be honest. It's been a few months. The Monster Hunter Zoid collab for Magna Malo and Rathalos. Very cool stuff. I don't really collect like Gundam-esque robot Zoid Gundam figures, but the ones I do collect, I plan on keeping for a long time, right? I have the Hello Kitty Gundam. Technically, I have my the only other mech figure I have is the what was that show called? Evangelion. I have Evangelion, right? I'm sure I've showed it on stream, right? Unit 1, right? Unit 1. So I think that, and then the Hello Kitty Gundam are the only 2 mech stuff I have. And then whenever I get the Zoids, Colton's playing Animal Crossing? What the hell? Is that like the Colton we know, Colton? Why is he playing Animal Crossing? Bro never gets on his Switch. Like dead ass. He does not get on his Switch. For any good reason. He doesn't like playing Smash with me anymore because he gets a headache when he plays with me. And it's been quite a long time. It's been quite a long time since we ever played Ultimate, Smash Ultimate. What the hell? Yeah, bro almost has his Switch never charged. What the heck? It has to be because of a girl. There's no way. There's no way he's on Animal Crossing. There's no way. And on the Switch. Like, I've tried in the past to make him for him to play something on the Switch with me. He's like, oh, it's not charged, and like it never happens. It has to be. It usually when things happen that I asked him to do in the past, 8 out of 10 times it involves a girl. L Discord friend, very L friend. L Discord friend, L. Any kids? What do you mean any kids? Like I have kids? Is that all the Pokemon? Oh, brother. There's no more Pokemon. Oh, no, he doesn't have any kids. He's 24. He's 24. You know. Well, actually, is he 20? No, he's 23. Sorry, he's 23. He's 23. He don't got kids. He's busy making that money. Oh, well, as of late. As of late. He's busy. He has 2 cats. I guess you maybe some people count their pet animals as like their sons and daughters because it's like family stuff like that. I don't know if he does. When are you getting? I don't know. Oh jeez. I hope somewhere within the next 5 years. But it's like I said, it's like having kids right now is legitimately the last thing on my mind when in the next 5 to 10 years I might be homeless and jobless because Devin took my job, and then Carl, his stepbrother, took my future job. That's why kids and like all that's like not in the picture right now, because I don't know if I'm in the picture. I might be 8 feet in the ground. Who knows? I might be floating on the river somewhere. Who knows? In the next 5-10 years, you know. Forgive my explicit imagery, but like I said, the future's looking pretty bleak. Okay, very bleak future. I do fear that because of these like circumstances, I'll get really late into marrying, and then kids might not be a consideration. But like the thing is, I'm very open to like adopting. Right? Adopting's cool. Not for everyone, but if it doesn't work out, who knows? I mean, nowadays it seems like more people kind of just like, I don't have you dummy. You live in San Jose. You're very pricey. I feel like people who've lived in California like most of their life can't like I feel like they can't transition like East Coast. I feel like maybe Texas, Midwest, maybe, but I feel like Californians are such foreign people that like I don't know if they can adjust to the East Coast and the East Side. Here we go, Doug Trio. I'm busy making babies. Here we go, shiny licky tongue. You know, a golden licky licky would have been really cool. But yeah, but I mean, but you know, at the end of the day, I do wish for a future with kids. I feel like I feel like I'm gonna regret not having kids soon. I feel like because as the youngest of 3 siblings, it sucks that I basically get to spend less time in total with my parents. I think that's it. I always kind of feel bummed out about that. Right? So I always wanted to have kids like relatively early, not like early 20s, like mid late 20s is where I wished was my sweet spot. But like life never works the way you want it to, right? COVID, crippling debt, we're printing more money than ever, etc., etc. We're always in war, in proxy or directly. But like ideally, that's what was like the sweet spot for me, because I wanted to be like not too old when they're like of like young adult age. Everything in my girl, true, probably. True, and to be fair, oh man, the dating market right now is so fake and worrisome. It's hard. It's really hard to put your foot down first and be confident going in there. I really wish. I'm really hoping that I happen to find someone like through like. My hope is that hopefully I can find someone through like a common friend or through like work. Because I feel like 9 out of 10 times, meeting someone just randomly through like Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, 9 out of 10 times is just not gonna work, I feel like. Like those apps are just so... I don't know. Like, I'm sure it'll work short term, but like, I don't know if it'll work long term. I don't know. 4 years off Tinder. Well, shit. But wouldn't 4 years kind of be short though? But wouldn't that still kind of fall under the short term? Bro, we're cooked, man. We're cooked. Sorry, we're sauteed. I feel like I'm using cooked a little too much. I'll change up my vocabulary. We'll say we're scorched. Well, I'll use scorched, sauteed, flambéed, doused. We're doused. Anything over a year is long term. My spouse and I have been together since high school. I really do envy high school sweethearts, like couples. I do envy that. Very, very much envy that. You know, speaking about relationships and like marriages, do y'all think it's weird? Like I of course I have put thought into it. I was like, I feel like no matter who I marry to, I feel like no matter what the circumstances, I feel like I can't do it without setting up an annulment. And that's sad because my fear of getting screwed over supersedes the potential love for my spouse. Isn't that just crazy in a world we live in like that? Like that's actually that it actually supersedes that. Trust is not earned overnight, you know. It's just I don't think I can rest easy unless I have an annulment. I don't think I can. I feel like back in the day, like when relationships were more so of like, let's thug it out, okay? Let's thug out the relationship and then see if it can make it work. Nowadays, it's just like at any moment of modern times, at any moment of slight displeasure, slight threatened, slight grab the wrist, it's like call the police, divorce, like over any like slight inconvenience. And that just terrifies me. Like one little like wrist grab and like you're done. Just like Angry Reacts, right? Dude was getting absolutely destroyed on the internet for the past few days because of domestic abuse allegations. And then after all of that, everything was dropped. Like it was like false, apparently like falsely like reported and everything, and the dude's career just got absolutely in shambled. And like that's so sad. We still have to see that in 2024. I thought that drastic kind of thing we left behind a few years ago, but that it can still happen to such a big creator. Like it's frightening. Very frightening. Like, that's just like that and coupled with just, I'm pretty sure divorce rates are at an all-time high, right? I want to say it's at an all-time high. I could be wrong. Hold on. Let me check. It's actually lower. Surprisingly, it's actually lower. Sure, that's only 2021, but like, numbers of marriages, 2 million. 62, 6.2 per 1,000. Number of divorces, 700K. 2.4. So it's, I mean, sure, there's no way the rate of divorce will ever be greater than the rate of marriage. That's just unrealistic. But based off this chart, it is going down, which is really interesting. Very interesting. Oh, okay. So this is based off people over 40. That's based off over 40. But it looks like it's still. I mean, I guess even if it's like pre 40, I'm assuming it's probably down here, which is really surprising. Do y'all think the divorce rate during this era right here, where it dips and then it goes up and goes straight down, is because of the post effect of the '08 house crash? Because, you know, I feel like the root of most divorces occur because of money. Genuinely money. I think money was probably in my opinion, one of the number one leading reasons I feel like divorce happens. Uh, yeah, money. Then it branches out to like 10 different things, which could maybe make sense, right? But then again, this happens like 2012, 2013. I can't remember if we still felt the '08 crash during 2012 and 2011. I don't remember. I can't remember exactly. Tobuscus, man, I feel bad for him. Oh yeah, Tobuscus. It's crazy. I don't know if all the allegation with Tobuscus is real or not. I haven't looked that deep into it, so I don't know if it's like true or not. But man, oh, man, Tobuscus had YouTube in its palm for like a few years. Like absolutely crazy amount of like influence that man had. Like the Minecraft songs he made, or like there was that one song I remember, like I think it blew up the most, was when he did the song where he's just speaking bunch of random English, and then a bunch of like foreign reacts. They're like, "Oh my god, this sounds really good," but it was a bunch of just like strings of sentences. That was pretty funny, but still, nothing is more iconic than his Diamond Sword song for Minecraft. Truly, to this day, truly one of the most legendary Minecraft songs. Some scarce. All it takes is one out. Yeah. That also kind of scares me too, man. You know? Sure, I don't have the biggest presence online, but like, what if this gets, you know, picks up, and then something happens, man, from like an ex. Dreadful. Very dreadful. Sure, it's a little bit of wishful thinking. I'm like, oh, it could have happened. It's very wishful, but like, the world is an interesting place where it hits you when you least again. The world hits you when you least expect it. Can't trust Mustang. Heard he's getting a lawyer. He's getting a lawyer? Damn. Mustang got that kind of money? He got that lawyer up money? Whew. Man, he must get paid good over there in San Jose, California. The most expensive per capita country in the world. Actually, is California more expensive or New York more expensive per cap? Probably New York, right? Or sorry, Los Angeles. Excuse me, because I can't compare a whole a whole country, a whole state to a city. That's crazy. I mean, San Jose is not Los Angeles, but you can't scoff at it either, right? He got that lawyer up money. Damn, he got that Morgan and Morgan money. Oh, he got the Iron Strong Arm money. Okay, that's crazy. I don't know who he's suing, but damn. Bro, I wish I had that Morgan and Morgan money. Damn. The Morgan and Morgan money. Is it 3 Morgans? It's 3 Morgans, right? Morgan and Morgan and... Sometimes I forget how many Morgans are there. I think it's 3. No, it's just 2. Morgan and Morgan. It's Morgan and Morgan. I think whenever you see the commercial, I think they show like 3 kids, I think. Something about someone promised shiny within 100 hours. Well, I said 150, right? 150. That's crazy, bro. He got that Morgan and Morgan money. Whew. Shiny blue beetle, full odds? Nope. It'll happen one day. Real talk, people sue for about anything anymore. Wait, people sue for about anything. Oh, okay, now I got you. You know, interesting enough, I don't know if you ever experienced it, but as a what's the word? As an immigrant to America, right? There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that people that was born in America don't really think about. And one of the thing was like, as an immigrant, you had to keep your toes in line, because there's a stigma, a stereotype that Americans would sue you for everything, for every little thing. And the crazy thing is, it's crazy how that still holds true. All right, it's crazy. There's like we had like a innate fear when we first moved here. We're like, all right, like don't step on anyone's toe, don't piss them off, blah blah blah, because because we were afraid of just getting randomly sued for no reason. Like that was like that was a genuine fear. Sorry, someone's calling me. Who the hell is calling? Why is he calling? Yeah, I don't know if you ever experienced that. I wouldn't say. What is he doing right now? He's playing Smash Bros? Why is he playing Smash Bros? What the hell? Why is bro trying to get worked right now? That's crazy. For Leo. Oh yeah. Where are we? Coming at 129. Oh, okay. That's crazy. Oh man. But yeah, that's what that was one of the many few things you kind of have to worry. You know what? But you know what's funny? Like I know I said all that, but I think you know what's funny? Like somewhere in elementary school, I pushed a kid off the bus. Like we were like, I told this story before, but like we were getting off the school bus and like this, I think there was this girl. I don't know if it was a boy or girl, but they were taking their sweet time getting off the damn like the stairs. I was like, oh brother, and I was I just like kind of like it wasn't that hard of a thrust, but like I just like, and they went, and it wasn't that high. There was no broken bones. It was just like scratch and bruise. It was nothing crazy, like nothing like that. Okay, I was an evil. I was genuinely a menace when I was a young kid. I was a menace. I don't know when I shaped up, but like I was an absolute menace. Okay, this is another story I told. Okay, on stream before, but it's I think the reason why I was such a bad kid was because of the shiny munchlax, full on shiny. Oh god, hold on, wait, shiny munchlax incoming. Come on, please, full on. But yeah, I think it had to do with the people I was hanging around with. I feel like because at one point, my neighbor had kids, and they somehow convinced me to throw rocks with them at cars. Like first we would throw rocks at at the side of their house, like on the wall, because yeah, I don't know why, but they were doing it and we all did it. And then at one point we started throwing like tiny little pebble rocks at like cars. and like one of them actually hit like the side of the car. It was, yeah, but like that was like, but the thing is, the weird thing is after they moved away, nothing like that has ever happened to. Nothing like that has ever happened. Nothing bad like that. I think you really are who you hang out with, in my opinion, right? Like that saying, it really holds truth. Like it holds so much truth. I think it's crazy. But yeah, that kid when I pushed on the bus is fine. And they're fine. It was kind of funny though, like think about it. I don't know who it was. To this day, I don't know who I pushed. I don't know who it was. I'm really curious. Because funny thing is that that kid never said anything about it anymore. Like I don't know if I ever went to middle school with that person, or if I ever went to high school with that person, or if they still live in this neighborhood. I don't know. But ever since that one time, I'm pretty sure the parents were like, "Stay away from the yellow kid," because I think I was the only I was the only Asian in that bus, in the yellow bus. I was the only one, and pretty sure I don't want to make assumptions, but we don't live in a world full of fruits and flowers, okay? But I'm pretty sure it went something along. They did not like me. I don't think anybody. To be fair, I had friends in elementary, okay? Oh, to be fair, I was in ESOL. I was forced to go to ESOL. So I had a lot of like ESOL friends, and not a lot of regular friends in elementary. And I had no friends in elementary. Yeah, other than those two kids that were like neighbors for a little bit, that were bad influence. Other than them, I think I had no friends in that neighborhood. And I don't think it might be a bit of a take, but I feel like nobody in that neighborhood wanted to be my friend because of certain reasons. I don't want to really. I feel like that's like the paintings on the wall, the writings on the wall kind of ordeal, which I'm fine with. You know, you just at certain points you just kind of accept that, right? You just have to accept that. I don't. To be fair, I don't remember any of their faces, so it's like I don't feel like angry about it, but it is just thinking about it. Like thinking about it now, kind of rubs me the wrong way a little bit. But you know, it is what it is. ESOL. It's like it's for. What is it? I don't know the exact meaning. Oh, I guess that's what it means. English speakers of other languages. Which basically was what it was basically for the first few years in elementary, I had to take supplementary English class during my other classes. So yeah. I had to miss out on some classes and I had to miss out on nap time. Nap time was not a thing for me. I had to go while everyone was having nap time. I was in my notebooks copying the alphabet down. I was copying it down multiple times. Can you speak your native? So I can't read or write my native language anymore, but I can read at like I can speak at an intermediate level. But the thing you also have to consider is that I moved to America when I was about 5. So I had about you know, I mean, what like how, at like what year do you really pick up a language, right? So like I moved here at 5, and then the remaining language of my native language is like picked up from just speaking with family. But I'd say speaking wise, I'm like somewhere intermediate. Oh, I forgot to go back in the room like an idiot. Well, that's too bad. Let me do a couple more dig down, see if there's any like quick lobbies. If not, then this is probably a good place to stop. Add to the oh yeah, of course, yeah. Of course. Listen, I think it's a blessing to be bilingual, okay? I think it's a blessing. Oh shoot. Oh my god, God bless. I was just gonna visit a couple lobbies. Hopefully I can get a quick easy 40. God bless. But but the funny thing is I do get shamed by my family a little bit. They're like, come on man, like there's people that aren't natively Korean that can speak and read and write all your language at like a way better level than you. Come on, man. They kind of get me at that for that. They're like, come on, there's like people that weren't even Korean that can do it better than you. And that's fair, I guess. To be fair, like it's just fair, I guess. But I mean, just weird thing is that if you ever hear other people talk about like if you either come to America at a really young age or you're American born, most of them take after school language classes to like catch them up. I never got the chance to do that. I mean, to be fair, my area when I first came here had hardly any Asians at all. Like zilch. Nowadays there's plenty around, but like when you first came around here, even if we tried, I'm pretty sure there was no like after school like language class for me to like go to. Like there's not a thing. So and the thing is like when we first came here, we had to like die trying to pick up the language as fast as we can. Okay, we had like our cousins that lived by, but we couldn't like we couldn't use them for like translation forever. So at a certain point, me and my siblings were like fight or flight. Like we have to pick up this language as fast as we can. So it's just some things, like it's just weird. There's like some relation. I know it was definitely a bit of an adversary, like a challenge, like a tough time. But when I think about it, I do kind of think of it with like kind of like bittersweet memory. Like I probably don't want to go through it again, that kind of thing. But like when I see other people nowadays even kind of go through that, I kind of, it's a nice like warm like relating feeling. Like I went through that. Like I like to get like mental support. Like you can get through that shit. Like man, it sucks when you see like when you use like, because I used to work in like a restaurant, and you would see like these 5-year-old kids having to do everything for their parents because they didn't speak a lick of English. And I'm like, damn, like we were like that at one point. Like I feel for them. I totally feel for them. Like imagine having to like navigate America at 5. Crazy. It's such a mind-boggling concept. Like you as a 5-year-old have to like help with all the like bills, if there's some issues, maybe like car recalls, maybe like if you ever run into like, because sometimes it happens, like sometimes you get like an extra additional charge on a certain bill, like you imagine, like I think that has happened before like we were 5, so I was like 5, and then so when I was 5, she would have been 8, and then 11, so 11, 8, and 5 when we came here. So like we had to like call, and like we had to act like we were the parent. It's just, man, very bittersweet memory, very bittersweet memory, but it is what it is, So we got person. That's fine. It's fine. I mean, all the things I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure I talked about it at one point on stream. Pretty sure. Well, we'll see. Well, you see, you made it this far. A job isn't even close to all you did so far. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, my eldest sibling really held it down for the house. Like, if I, the person I feel the worst for would be my eldest sibling, because she really, like, everything I just described was her. Like, she really at 10, she had to, at a country she's been here for the first time, she had to take full reign of everything. She had to be an adult starting from like 10. That's just, I mean, I'm sure that I know she regrets that. I know she wished she wasn't born as the eldest to deal with all that, but she understands that it built character, though. Like, built like strong mental fortitude. Like that, like I definitely feel bad about that. As the youngest, I probably had the easiest out of the 3. So I always till the day I die, I feel like I will always feel bad about that. Like, forever and ever. And the thing is, she still kind of does that for the house too, right? Because my parents, they can speak English, but it's not like they can have a conversation, they can do things, but like they're not going to be able to have like this deep like complex conversations. And that's the same thing for me for Korean. I can talk, I can converse, I can like do things, but I don't think my level of Korean, the intermediate, it's not deep enough where I can have complex conversations. So it's kind of like that. I had it hard. I had to walk uphill both ways to school in 4 feet of snow, fighting tigers off for 20 years. Shoot, what a warrior! Hey, what a warrior! What a warrior! All right, let's check one more hole. I mean, one of the things in my bucket list is to pick up, or not pick up, but like, let's see, hold on. Okay, I guess that's it. One of my bucket lists, hopefully I get to do it after I get a job, is to take Korean lessons again, because I wanna be able to do all of it. I feel every time I think about it, and every time I get shamed for it, or I just feel bad. I feel bad about it. Like, it's on my bucket list of me having to do that. It's a bucket list. It is a bucket list. Ooh, 1,700 resets. Wow, wow, that's pretty good. Damn, that's a lot. But yeah, that's probably it for today's stream. I know today was today was a boring stream as usual. You know, Pokemon BDS. I know. I feel like the past like handful of streams has been pretty boring because of BDSP. I feel like the same thing for Pikmin 3. I feel like right now Pikmin 3 is kind of getting into that boring stage because it's like maybe you see it too often. So hopefully we finish it. Hopefully I want to try to finish it Friday, but I don't think I'm going to. Like I'm gonna like barely. It's either. Yeah, I'm gonna barely finish it. I feel like I'm gonna have like a little bit left over. I feel like, unless I like really stay up and finish it, and then once that's done, then Pikmin 2. But yeah, I feel bored. I mean, if the streamer himself feels bored of these BDSP stream, I'm sure as a viewer, it's probably more boring, right? And you know, it's just I honestly genuinely do not know how shiny hunters stream shiny hunting and make it interesting, man. I genuinely do not know. Like, it is one of the most miserable process you could go through. Like, I'm like slowly dying inside. But yeah, but that's the reason why I try to fill the air with just talking, right? Be it movies, be it personal problems, be it drinking milk on I forgot the word already where you clean the milk, but but yeah, thank you Miley, thank you for coming, thank you Big W's in chat, and thank you Mustang and everyone. And see you Friday, take care. By the way, Mustang, you're I will see everyone Friday, okay? Friday, Pikmin 3. I'm probably gonna stream a little early on Friday. I've said it before on previous streams. I'm gonna start streaming a little bit earlier on Fridays because it is Friday, right? So, and then if I want to end a little bit early, I can. But yeah, I am getting very sick of BDSP too. So if anyone feels that way about like oh brother, BDSP again, I'm with you on that one, full-heartedly, full. And the most messed up part is that when I start editing and writing the script, like 40 hours of it, 50 hours of it, useless. It's all useless. Like the best I'll get out of it is like maybe like clips for like shorts and stuff like that. But like imagine having to what's the word? God, I'm forgetting my vocabularies. I should go read a dictionary. Scrub. When I scrubbing 40 to 50 hours of just me speaking crazy hoopla nonsense is gonna be pretty enjoyable. It's gonna be that's probably I love creating content. I love editing. I love making these I love making great thumbnails, storyboarding. The one thing I hate about the whole content creating process is scrubbing footage. It is one of the most time-consuming, dreadful things. Scrubbing footage, so dreadful. Whenever I, in a perfect world, whenever I catch up to like my footage, my VODs, I want to like after every stream, I want to write like a synopsis of the stream and then make time marks. Like I know that's such a in a perfect world I want to do that. Such a wishful thinking, but if I can do that when I come back to that video like 2 weeks later, God, would that be so helpful. It would streamline editing by like tenfold. It's crazy. Bro, the Let's Go games are a blast to shiny hunt. Oh, yeah, no. I've done my fair share of Let's Go hunting, and it's glory. It's probably the best feature in Let's Go. 100%. And that's, I feel like that's the reason why I feel like Pokemon Let's Go, it's better than BDSP. I think out of all modern Pokemon game, out of all mainline Pokemon game, I think BDSP is the worst. I after playing 129 hours of it, I want to confidently say, and then sure, like, and 50 more hours, sure, I'm sure I'll probably hit like 200 hours by the time I'm done. I could wholeheartedly say I think BDSP is the worst Pokemon game ever made. Mainline Pokemon game. There are good parts. There are good parts of it, but like, man, I hate it. Every little thing about this game pisses me off. Every little thing. Like I think I'm like super biased and nitpicky about the game now, having to suffer through it. Usually when I do it, I take time notes or something. That I do want to be proactive like that, but when I feel like if I do that, it'll take me out of the moment. I feel like, because I'll be like, hold on guys, pause, kind of like that, and I don't want to. I mean, I guess there's the marker situation, right? I never really used it. I think there's a marker on your Steam dashboard. I'm gonna have to look into that, but you know, we'll see. But yeah, enough dilly daddling, enough wasting y'all's time anymore. I'll be back Friday, hopefully finishing Pikmin 3 for good. Hopefully, if not, and unfortunate, but I'm gonna come into Friday with the mindset of finishing Pikmin 3. I'm a plan on it. If you're tired of it, then it's time to move on. No, I gotta finish the BDSP challenge. I gotta finish it. Because another video is already kind of like in because the video I'm currently working on is kind of in relation to it, so it'd be weird not to do it. Finish it. It'll work. If I can get 3, I can get 3 more, right? But yeah, thank you all for coming. I am gonna call it for tonight, okay? I hope you all have a great Wednesday and Thursday, and hopefully I see you on Friday, okay? Have a great night.